All right. New Year's Day, Eve. Hey, everybody. Are you excited? Man, there's so much great stuff going on. And I really want to bring an incredibly inspirational download to everybody that tunes in and watches this replay. Let me go to my page here really quick. Just so I can see the comments. And that tunes in and watches this, we'll get started and jump in. So, yeah, moving into 2021, the time is not really relevant since there really is no such thing as time, but all the energy that's been building is just like off the charts. You got to be able to feel it. And so we're going to dive into some keys here. And I think everybody is realizing that we are much more powerful than we've been taught to believe. And at 9:03 a.m. here in Thailand, where I'm currently at. And so everything is leading us to create this new earth reality and these new timelines. Everything's coming up to be exposed. 2020, what an incredible year. Yeah, some challenges, but certainly will go down in history as one of the greatest years ever of reveals, of darkness being brought into the light. And it's really time to get excited. No matter what's going on, no matter where you're at, this is also a question and answer session. So anybody that has questions about anything that's coming up, any challenges, anything to do with inner healing, dismantling the belief system, consciously manifesting with zero doubt. This is super key. And raising our vibration to jump timelines. And if you're not familiar with the term timelines, I'm going to describe it real simply as we've got this 3D vibrating reality that we call our life. And you hear the talk about 5D and beyond. And it's not somewhere else. It's all around us. And they say that the human eye can only see like 1% of what's really going on around us. I find that fascinating. So all these other timelines are happening all around us right now. And the only invitation, this is the whole key, is to align our vibration and our frequency with the desire. But here's the key. We must see it as here right now. And this is the little trick that the ego tends to play. And this is why in the external world, the controllers wanted to distract us and keep pushing all this stuff about what we need to be happy and, programs around money and things like that. You don't really need to focus on money when you really get focused on manifesting in the now and seeing it here as right now. Now, somebody out there might be, well, Jeff, we definitely need money. Currently, we do. But I grew up around lack my entire life. And it was a huge program that limited me no matter what I did for the first 5 decades of my life. And then I started really diving in to the tools in this book and dismantling the programs, because you can say that you're manifesting money. You can do EFT tapping and say money comes to me easily and effortlessly. And I did all that. I paid tens of thousands of dollars for those programs. But nobody taught me how to go in and dismantle the underlying beliefs that I received when I was a child. So when we talk about jumping timelines, we're talking specifically about consciously getting excited and amplifying our frequency, the frequency of our vibration, by knowing, trusting that this law, and it is a law, It's not a wish. It's not a hope. It's not trying. It's not wanting. Those are weak. Those are 3D programs to keep people from having what they truly desire. And so jumping timelines from a 3D timeline to a 5D timeline, or manifesting anything that you desire, whether it's more abundance, health, relationship, anything at all. It's just aligning that frequency and seeing it here now. In the ego, the trap of the ego is it'll tell you that it's not here yet. But the super key is, and this is the key, the subconscious, which is creating everything in our reality, only knows how to take direct orders. So if we say, okay, I'm working on getting my business going, or I'm going to be manifesting $5,000 a month in 2021, or I'm going to lose 25 pounds. Well, the subconscious mind goes, it's not here yet, guys. Don't worry about it. It only knows how to deliver on the right now. It's here right now. And you can tell whether you are magnetizing that which you truly desire by, think about it. Okay, I have all these incredible clients here. Money just flows to me and I give it away. I'm healthy. I talk to my cells every single morning, every single day, because they're consciously aware and they're listening to every single thought and word that I say and think, whether I'm consciously aware of it or not. So 22 people on here. I love it. At 9:09 a.m. in Thailand, you can't make this stuff up, or can you? Doesn't matter. Playing in the field. When you get excited and commit to playing in the field every day and being consciously aware of what you are projecting onto the quantum field with your vibration and your frequency and your excitement, the highest frequency is excitement, gratitude, love, compassion. But excitement is my number one frequency, because it's a magnet. And know this, write this down, put it in your bank, write it on your forehead in reverse. So when you go look in the mirror, you can see it. You are a magnet. We are magnets. We are vibrational magnets. This is the simplest way I can explain it. We are vibrational magnets, and every thought, every word, and the emotional frequency, i.e., excitement, and knowing that if we imagine it and see it as here right now, that it's going to manifest. And get cool and okay with the fact that if it doesn't manifest, then there's either something better or it had something to do with our soul contract. So when you trust, if something doesn't show up, you just go, okay, well, if it was supposed to show up, it would show up. And I'm cool with that. I'm trusting. And so this is called alignment. This is called alignment. And so I don't know about you guys, but what I see happening around the planet and the people that I'm journeying with each month and the people that are grabbing the book and putting these tools into place every single day and going in and dismantling their belief system, everything's shifting. And the energies that are coming into the planet right now are amplifying our ability to magnify the speeding up of timelines, the awakening on the planet. Every single time we raise our frequency with a smile or a thought or a word, it raises the frequency of the collective. It's the law. Everything's connected. And so what an exciting time. It's 911 right now at 9:55 with 22 people on and 9 loves. It's lining up. This is what happens when you get excited. And so let me address the flip side of this for a second. In case somebody that's on here right now is looking for inspiration and they're not excited because there's some deep, possibly dark stuff going on, maybe in their life, maybe challenges, maybe health challenges, maybe financial, excuse me, Or they may be living in a country where they're still doing the fake pandemic, wear a mask thing everywhere, trying to lock you down. Okay? So this is where we must become the conscious observer. And when I use my hand like this, I'm talking about looking down and seeing yourself like one of my mentors taught me to become the conscious observer is to like imagine that you're in a movie theater and you're the only one in there. And you're sitting like in the middle row or wherever you want. I like to sit in the middle. And you're looking up at the big movie screen and you're observing yourself and your life as it's playing out on the screen. But you're back here observing. So you're not sucked in. You're noticing, oh, that person is triggered at me, or, oh, they're talking about lack, or, oh, they're focusing on fear, or, oh, they're triggered. They're unhappy. They're lashing out. And when you can become the conscious observer instead of an automatic reactor, then you take your power back completely because you're just going, oh, okay, I can observe and I can still keep my frequency high. I can be magnetizing into my quantum vibrating field, that which I desire, and I can be assisting these other people that aren't quite there yet without them pulling me down, back down into the lower vibrating 3D timelines. So this is really, really key to become the conscious observer. I talk about the whole process in here. It's step by step. And you can grab the book right now, instant download, half price through the holidays, which is right now. And it will teach you the process of inner healing, dismantling the entire belief system, because the belief system, believe it or not, is a prison. Sure, you can have a belief like love is the answer. You can have a belief that I attract money easily. You can have a belief that says I'm completely healthy. Those are great beliefs to have. I'm talking about those 50 to 80,000 thoughts that are running for most people every single day about lack and limitation and the system and, you know, the stuff that's on the news and the medical system and the system of law and the school system of manipulation and the media, you know? So really, really key to dismantle your belief system and start to consciously choose and create your day every single morning. Everybody that I journey with and through the waking up and the dream journey, this becomes their number one focus every single day, no matter what else they have to do. Take care of the kids, good job, whatever it is. This is the number one thing, because if we're not doing that, then all the other 50 to 80,000 thoughts and subconscious programs and beliefs are just running on repeat. Think you're going to shift out at 3D timelines running those old programs? No, it's not going to happen, because for the most part, I mean, some people on here are there. And I'm not saying that I'm above anybody else. I've just practiced this stuff for over 20 years and it works. And that's why I'm so passionate about it, because I don't know anything else that addresses these keys in a step-by-step process that if you do it and focus on it, it'll change the way you see everything and it'll change the way you create your reality. I'm talking about things that most people don't talk about. I'm talking about speaking to your cells every day, reversing aging. Who's talking about that? How many people focus on speaking to their cells and reversing aging every single day? I don't really know that many people that do, but I invite everybody to do it. Everybody that journeys with me, and I make it a point to bring it up on these lives. Because why? Because every single one of our trillions of cells is consciously aware, and it's listening to every single thought, word, and the emotional frequency that we put behind it. It's taking direction from what we are believing and aligning our frequency with. So if you're excited and you're going, oh man, I love it. I'm getting back to being a little kid with my thoughts, my cells, everything. You think that's going to have a positive effect? Yes or no? Absolutely. You know? And the ego might come in and go, well, it doesn't look like you're getting any younger. You still got some gray hair. And I don't care. Every single thing that nobody used to believe was a small belief by a small group of people. And now look what's happening. We've got, everybody believes in med beds right now. Everybody pretty much that I know knows they're already available. We have them and we're waiting for them to come out. This is just one example of how we collectively focus on this stuff, but it starts with ourselves first. So talking to yourselves, giving yourself love. It's the most number one healthy thing you can do. Doesn't matter how much vegetarian food you eat or drink or any of that. That's great. But you could do all that. And if you've still got a subconscious belief that I'm not good enough or, I'm still not there yet or whatever, the subconscious is listening to that. And those are the orders that it's placing. And that's the reality that it's creating. And so it is so, so, so key to really understand this. Yeah, super, super understand this. So there's a link to the book, portal2awakening.com, half price. And I want to jump into the comments. And I'd love, hey, Jack. Hey, Michael. Hi, Lupita. Hey, Carolyn. So these lives on Monday and Wednesday in the US, it's Thursday here. I'm in the future a little bit. 6 p.m. Pacific and 9 p.m. Eastern. The purpose of these is to give the downloads to raise conscious awareness, to get us turning into really conscious magnets of attraction, and for people to ask questions. So if anybody's got a question out there, hey, Michael, thanks. Hey, Davia, great to see you. So if anybody's got a question, and this is where we open it up. I notice when I go back and I read through the comments and I check out the likes and stuff, there's a lot of people that maybe they're new to some of the awakening concepts, which is great. That makes me so happy. But they don't really feel safe to be vulnerable and ask a question. They might feel silly or something. So when some of the people, yes, I do keep the replays. All of them go up on my YouTube page, which is youtube.com/portal2awakening, all one word. And also coming up today is my interview with Peter Clark Nelson, who is the host of New Earth Leaders. And he asked me to close out the season with the final episode of the New Earth Leaders. And we rock it with this information. So that will be on my page a little bit later today. And so I would love if somebody would open this up with a question, anything around attracting, healing, abundance, manifestation, what's going on the planet, anything. Because the first question always, we start to mirror on it and then everybody else goes, oh, okay, I'll jump in. But it's always getting that first question going on. Okay, Davia, thank you so much. All right, so here we go. Let's rock it. I love this. How to really make the difference between judgment and opinion. Very fine line for me. I love this. I wrote a whole chapter in the book, which I know you have. So thank you, Davia, for asking this question on judgment, because I was taught to be a judgeaholic. I grew up in Catholic school. I was tossed in second grade, and I was around angry, pissed off, 75-year young. I never used the word OLD, and you shouldn't either. And this is why. Because every single one of our cells is listening to every single thought and every single word and the emotional frequency that we put behind it. OLD is a program by the controllers to keep you getting OLD. So if anybody ever asks you your AGE, I don't really do AGE anymore, but if somebody really wants to know, I say I'm so many years young. Facebook is acting up. Are you on YouTube now live? Yes, I should be. I'm going out to Facebook. I'm going to my private, one of the private Waking Up in the Dream groups, and I'm on YouTube live right now. So Thank you, Jack. I'll get to that in just a second. So let's go back. Lottery manifestation. I'll get to that. That's a trap. But anyway, okay. So I'll use the word how to really make the distinction between a judgment and opinion. Okay. I mentioned judgment is the biggest addiction on the planet. Truly is. It's not drugs and alcohol. Everybody, so many people, I won't use the word everybody. See, I catch that frequency. I don't want to project that onto the holographic field. Many people are automatic reactors. Anything that challenges their belief system, they get triggered by. This is why the media is so good at lowering the vibration of people and just keep projecting fear, 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 and separation. 922 with 22 people at 2131. I love it. When you begin to play with numbers and you start to see those synchronicities come back, the reason why I get excited is because I'm not crazy, or am I? And is crazy good or is it bad? What's your belief? And is your belief right? Or is your belief something somebody else just told you and now your belief is blocking all these other possibilities? Hello. The belief system is a prison for the most part. So, judgment, the biggest addiction on the planet. It's not drugs and alcohol. It's separation. It's the media triggering everybody. They know how to play it because they feed off of that energy. So when you become consciously aware, you start to realize that every single judgment is about you, nobody else. The hologram is reversed. You think that people out there are doing things to you? Pay close attention to this. It's tricky. And that's why so many people are automatic reactors, and they can just be manipulated into being triggered over and over and over and over until they learn this. This is key. This is key to stepping out of 3D repeating timelines, because there is no judgment in 5D and beyond. It doesn't exist. That frequency doesn't exist. So we're constantly kind of weaving in between 3D and 5D. We're in our hearts, we're loving, we're kind, we're grateful, we're excited, we're doing nice things for people, we're being generous, we're being playful. That's 5D and beyond. A fearful thought about the Illuminati or lack of money or something like that, that brings us back down into 3D. So we're constantly navigating through these timelines. Like imagine, like you're that big star up there, the big bright one. I got to do my finger in reverse here. Everything's in reverse. All those, imagine all those as timelines. That's your imagination. Every single one of those bits of imagination, it already exists. If you can imagine it, it already exists. Why? Because there is no future. So the key is, as I spoke about before, to align your frequency with it's here now. All right. It's already here now. And I do that with money. I do that with clients. I do that with travel. I do that with concerts that I play. I do that with travel. I do that with animals. I do it with nature. It's here now. And I just keep holding that frequency. And I don't ever allow the ego or any media or anything to come in and take that away from me, because we are unlimited divine beings. And when I say unlimited, I mean unlimited. Now, how many people here, and I'm getting to this question, Davia, and I'll really go in clearly with it. So hang with me for a second. How many people here truly think and create their day from an unlimited standpoint every day? Unlimited. That means no limits. Like, can you even wrap your mind around that? Okay, so let's say I was going to create my day in the morning. I just woke up, my head's on the pillow, and I'm going to create my day before all those 50 to 80,000 thoughts start running that happen for so many people. I got to get up. I got to, turn off the alarm. I got to put on a pot of coffee. I got to get in the shower. I got to get ready for work. I got to get the kids ready for school. I got to da-da-da-da-da. You're running 3D all over again. You're carrying the past like Santa Claus carrying the past into the present with you. Now, that may not be bad if you're a really consciously aware manifester, but many people don't do this. So it's really key. So everything that you can imagine is already vibrating all around you. Remember, we taught about the eye can only see like 1% of what's all around us? There could be ascended masters sitting here right on my shoulder right now. I don't know. I can't see them. I've had other people tell me that they're here, but I keep asking them to show up and they haven't yet. But I'm okay with that because I don't give my power away to external sources. I don't pray to God to save me. I thank the Creator, but I don't give away my power. That was the big trap. I was in Catholic school and I was an altar boy in church until 9th grade. And the programming was deep. Pray, pray, pray. Hope that your sins are going to be forgiven. Give money, hoping on your knees that God is going to bless you. That is a program beyond all programs. And if anybody's still going to church, that's cool. That's your thing. There's a lot of people that go and they share love. But understand, if you're giving your power away to somebody else, you're giving your power away to somebody else. You are God in physical form. And that's not an egotistical statement. It's the actual truth. You are creating your reality, whether you're consciously aware of it or not. Period. Do the research. Every thought, every word, and the belief, the frequency, the emotional frequency that we put behind it is magnetizing all those timelines that we imagine to us, or they're pushing them away with our fear-based thoughts or our belief in lack, or I don't know how to do it, or I'm not worthy, or I'm still not there yet. So, how do we know the difference between a judgment? I'm going to change your word to observation because that's the way I explain it in the book. There's a completely different frequency to a judgment and an observation. A judgment is a reaction from the ego that gets triggered because you're holding on to a belief system, which again, I invite you to look at your belief system as a prison. When one of my main mentors, Don Miguel Ruiz, got me to look at my belief system in 2001, one of the biggest doorways opened for me, an aha moment of magnanimous proportions. Because I went, oh my God, none of these beliefs are even mine. None of them. They all came from my parents, my grandparents, the school system, the media, science. None of my beliefs were mine. And I went, oh my God, look at everybody. They're all reacting to any information that comes in that tries to challenge their belief system. So they get triggered because they have an emotional response because the ego feels threatened. So they react and they go into judgment. And they judge what's out there. But every judgment, again, is about us. And if you get this, it'll change many, 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 many things in your life. It'll change your whole frequency forever. You will not judge anymore. Now, let's talk about the difference between a judgment and an observation. A judgment is low frequency. It comes from fear, low frequency. It comes from being triggered, low frequency. It comes from the ego, low frequency. The need to feel safe and the need to be right, low frequency. And observation is like going, isn't that interesting? I just thought this, or I just thought that. And so this is really, really key to understand and to become 100% accountable for every judgment. Because an untrained ego, somebody's going to go, yeah, well, they're doing this to me out there. Nobody's doing anything to you. It's a hologram. Most people have the external world, how it works 180 degrees backwards. It's mirroring back to us the frequencies, the beliefs, and the energies that we're holding. Which brings up a question. Well, that can't be true because I'm not a pedophile and I'm not poisoning the air, food, and the water. No, you're not personally. But the collective is still holding a lot of that. So where do we start? We go in and we clear our own frequency first and foremost. And we do it every day, all day long, gently and lovingly. Beginning first thing in the morning, while our head is still on the pillow, we create our day. Otherwise, those 50 to 80,000 thoughts are going to run and they're going to recreate it for us. This is really key. So, judgments and opinions. A judgment doesn't come from love. A judgment doesn't come from kindness. A judgment doesn't come from compassion. A judgment comes from fear and the need to be right. When you understand that distinction, you can become the conscious observer. And when you do have a judgment, you go, okay, there's a judgment. That's about me. And then you thank the person that triggered you because they're showing you where you're still holding a belief that allows you to be triggered. And every time you do this and you take a breath, and the process is outlined in the book and the digital course, which is on the website, it'll get you to see these programs so quickly that within 30 days, you won't even be the same person. Because here's the key and why this is so powerful. 9:33 right now. I love it. You can't make this up. I lost my train of thought. So I'll just pause for a second. I love it. So, being the conscious observer means that you're not being triggered. Okay, so going back to, you thank everybody that you judge because they're your mirror. And we cannot dismantle a program that we can't see because the ego just wants to feed off of it like Pac-Man. It's trained to do that in the beginning until we teach our ego to become our ally. And that's what this process does. And then from then on out, 33:11 time, 23 people, 23 comments, 9:33. We got threes lined up all around. Thank you for everybody that's staying on here. And I intend that this resonates because this is truly life-changing. It really is. And this is the most powerful stuff that I know of on the planet. And I've spent over $100,000 reading every spiritual book, every top one. And there was some good information, but they didn't work for me because they didn't teach me how to go in and dismantle the belief system like Waking Up in the Dream does. And it truly is life-changing. So the key is, do you thank every single person that you judge? Now, this includes the dark government. This includes pedophiles. This includes the dark deceivers. Why? We forgive them because if we don't, who's holding the low vibrational 3D frequency, which keeps us stuck in repeating 3D timelines? Us. So it doesn't mean that we say that what these dark deceivers are doing is okay. No, we're shining the light on them. They're being removed from the planet right now. But this is a huge key. You've got to forgive everyone. This is part of inner healing. You cannot ascend out of 3D timelines if you have not done the inner healing. And it's so easy to do the inner healing. This is the last place that people want to go, and it's so freaking easy. I take people through this every month, almost every day of the week. The dark deceivers labeled it the dark night of the soul because they don't want anybody going there. I label it the doorway to your freedom. It's so easy to clear this stuff, but it's the last place people want to go. Well, yeah, We get on a call, we might have some tears. It's energy that wants to move. So we have tears. I get on calls and cry with people all the time. First thing they usually do is they start to wipe away the tears and then they apologize. Why? Because there's a program that runs on shame that says it's not okay to cry. Crying is the most healing thing on the planet. It's like an orgasm. It lets energy move. It's healing. Feeling is healing. You know what's not healing? Holding on to all this stuck energy when we were little children and we got wounded and we had to put up this big protection system. And now we're carrying that with us through decades of our lives. And why are we attracting the same people in life and relationships and the same lack? Because that same subconscious wound or belief is running. It's so easy to go in and clear this stuff. It's 2021. This should be taught in every single school in first grade. And this book now is being converted into a book for children because when these new age children coming in, which are already switched on, they learn to process their emotions and consciously create their reality. This is going to change the planet and the way things are created faster than anything else ever in history. Because there isn't going to be all this programming and all this fear and all this judgment and all this life is hard, money's difficult. We are getting ready to see the most incredible exposure of not only the dark, which is going to get cleaned up rather quickly, but all this incredible stuff's going to come in. The money system's getting taken down as we speak. It's been happening. A lot of you are like, well, I can't wait. Yeah, well, be happy that for the first time in thousands of years, this is happening while you're here. And you came here for this. We came here for this. So getting back to judgment before I move on to any other comments. There's a frequency, different frequency between a judgment and an observation. An observation is neutral. Oh, this is that way. Oh, I see that. Oh, I just learned something from that. Thank you. A judgment is a trigger, and you can feel the frequency of it. And the book and the course teaches you exactly how to do this in the shortest amount of time. So thank you for asking the question. If there's anything not clear on that, please pop it in and I'll be happy to answer that. Yeah, lottery manifestation. That's most people that won the lottery are so freaking unhappy and it attracted all kinds of negativity and problems to them. I would just focus on, hey, John, great to see you. I would just focus on becoming the magnet that you really are and eliminating any beliefs that say that money is difficult. Because that's one of the strongest programs on the planet. And here's a word. Okay, I will try. There is no trying, Lisa. There's only doing. You don't try to align your frequency. You don't hope or wish or want to align your frequency. You align it. Yeah, I can feel it. And you'll know if you're not 100% aligned because there'll be some doubt. And so you just go, okay, there's a little bit of doubt. So let me ramp it up. Let me spend a little bit more time meditating in the morning every day when I consciously create my day. Let me set 15 alarms on my phone that go off every single hour at 9:22, 10:33, 11:44, 12:11, 1:22, like I have people do. And that alarm goes off every hour. And whether you catch all of them or not, you can catch 5 or 10 a day. And then you can repeat. You can take a breath when that alarm goes off and go, oh, where's my frequency right now? Where's my frequency? Am I in the future? Am I in the past? Am I thinking about lack and fear right now? Or am I excited? Every time that alarm goes off, you go, am I excited? And if I'm not, why not? What program am I running to where I'm not excited and I'm not in gratitude right now? You do this for 30 days and you will continue to do it for the rest of your life. You will see the results of what you magnetize and synchronistically attract into your life. And you'll be like, why didn't they teach me this when I was a little child? Unbelievable. Okay, cool. What was the event that made you fully commit to this process? I love this question. Nobody's ever asked me this before. I love it. Thank you, Jack. Okay. The beginning event was contemplating suicide in my late 20s. I had been in a lot of pain from childhood, and actually had a good upbringing. I mean, my mom was super cool. I went to good schools, even though it was Catholic programming. But, I got good grades. I was a fairly intelligent child. I excelled in sports and soccer and swimming and all that stuff. But my dad died in a plane crash when I was 7. So I grew up without a father. Don't worry, it's all cool. It's part of my soul contract. It was all agreed upon. And this is really key to get clear on for anything that happens on your journey. Otherwise, you go into victimization. It pulls you down in your trap forever. You'll never get out until you heal it and clear it. So, made me fully commit to the process was I read all the spiritual books. I had all the top books. Think and Grow Rich, Abraham Hicks, The Law of One, you name it. I had all the top books. Me and my girlfriend did. But it wasn't working because they didn't tell me how to go in and dismantle the underlying programs. So when I met Miguel in 2001, I heard him speak and I was like, oh, he told me that I'm dreaming all the time. And I was like, oh, wow. And then when he got me to write down all my beliefs, and I saw that none of my beliefs were even mine, but I saw that everybody's reacting to any information that comes in that tries to challenge their belief. Look at the political system in the United States right now. The media has people hating on the one person that's trying to free them and voting for the one person that's sold America down the river to China and who's been involved in pedophilia and all this other stuff. If you don't agree with me, it's okay. You don't have to switch off. Just, the stuff's coming into the light. And it's going to be shocking to a lot of people that have been watching the television. But so when I saw that my belief system was not even mine, but I saw that the ego reacts to anything that challenges it, I went, oh my God, that's the most brilliant trap ever devised. And it was devised by people that had all their DNA. They hijacked our DNA, and then they put us in this lower frequency program, and they just kept downloading this program to us through media, the school system of deception, which teaches us what to think instead of how to think. Yeah, you got that? You see that? Boom. Perfect. Perfect way to keep people small. Go to school for the best years of your life, and then go get a job and give up 65 more years of your life so you can become what? Retired. Let's break that word down. To mean to recycle over and over and over. Tired, that's self-explanatory. Retired. Give up the best years of your life. Okay, so that's what made me commit. When I saw the belief system and I saw that everybody was reacting and responding and being triggered into judgment and projecting their wounds onto everybody, I was like, oh my God, that was the opening. But even Miguel didn't teach me the process in the book. I had to figure it out on my own. I put it together from all these other pieces because I read all these spiritual books, and they weren't dismantling the underlying beliefs. My ego was gobbling up all the information and going, well, this sounds really good. This sounds really good. I'll finish this. I'll read this book as fast as I can. And then I'd go buy the next book. But it didn't show me how to dismantle the programs. So thank you for asking that question. I intend that answered it for you. I'm getting 555333 all the way. Yep. Hey, Karen. Hey, John. Great to see you. Yeah, the MSM is playing with consciousness all the time. Yeah, so unplug. It's called programming for a reason. I mean, the fact that people can't see this right now with everything that's been exposed is just, it's mind-boggling. It's like we're living in a completely different world. But do you wear a mask? Okay, let me check this out. But do you wear a mask when told to? I never wear a mask. I boycott every single thing that goes along with that thinking. Yeah, I'm disabled too. If I need to go into my bank in Thailand, I will wear a mask for 3 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes out of respect, but I don't consent to that. That is one of the darkest agendas of brainwashing on the planet. And so if you do have to wear a mask, then wear a mask as the conscious observer. Be kind. Don't be triggered. Don't let it lower your frequency. And this is a big test, because when I put on a mask, I can immediately feel it. Number one, the program of being forced into the enslavement and the suppression of that lowers, because I've done a lot of journeying around this. And my system knows that that's a lie. So for me to go into that after uncovering the belief system and doing all the journeying I've done, it automatically is like a no for me, like big time. But if I have to do it, then I'm the observer and I'm kind to people, because no matter what situation you're in right now, you chose it, believe it or not, whether you can remember it or not, on your soul's journey. You just have to come to that realization to navigate in an empowered and conscious way as a creator on your journey. Otherwise, you're going to allow those stories in the past and the things that happened to you to pull you down. You've got to understand everything that happens to you was agreed upon on your soul's journey, even if you can't remember it. Really have to. Well, you don't have to do anything. As my teacher said, don't believe me, but don't believe yourself, but feel into the frequency. I'm just stating that I've been down this rabbit hole, and we cannot hold on to any lower vibrational frequencies without those recreating the same lower vibrational timelines over and over. Yeah, the doorway to your freedom. That's it. It's not the dark night of the soul. So we must do the inner healing and the inner clearing, and thank every single person that played their role on our journey. Now, this is where some people can get upset, because I journey with some people that have really been through some painful stuff like I did in my childhood. I journey with people that have had members of their family be murdered. I journey with people that have been raped and molested and things. So I'm not telling you to thank them if that's too difficult, but I'm saying you must forgive them, because otherwise you're holding that wound and you will never get out of it, and you will magnetize wounded people into your relationships. You just will, because it's the law. It's the law of frequency and vibration. What state am I in? Anthony says, I'm in the state of excitement. Can't you tell? Yeah. Well, I'm in Thailand. You know that. But yeah, what state are you in? Where's your vibrational frequency in every moment? Because it is attracting what you are magnetizing into this vibrating hologram. All those timelines back there, what pulls them into your reality, your quantum field reality we call our life, is the frequency that you're holding, which is determined by your thoughts, your words, and anything that you're holding in your frequency from childhood and your life experiences. So, do I journey with people who are having chronic health issues? Absolutely. Because in most cases, it's an underlying belief. And I know that may not register because the medical system is so heavily into, labeling all these things and, well, you've got this and that, ADHD and fibromyalgia and all this stuff. I just invite you to be open to that, to looking at the underlying issue. And I'm a healing guide. I heal Jeff. I don't heal other people. I guide them into going in and looking at the story of what happened to them. And I can usually guide them right into it within 3 minutes of hearing what they tell me, because I've been trained to do that, to listen to the frequency of the story. And so, yes, but I invite you to look at what happened to you during childhood. What is your belief? Do you have a wound? Is there anybody that you haven't forgiven in your life, including yourself? Do you feel unworthy in any way? Was something ever said to you that was harmful, that caused you to shut down when you were a child? Sometimes we don't remember this stuff because the child had to protect itself, so it builds this big wall, like it did for me when I found out my dad was killed in a plane crash. I didn't know how to process that, so I locked down. Nobody could get through to me in certain ways for years. So yeah, so there can be a trauma, you know. I'm not saying that there is, because I don't know. Don't believe me. But when we're opening it up here, and I greatly appreciate you asking the question, because this opens up things for everybody to look at, and this is really, really key, because we're coming together, we're all supporting each other, we're all mirroring each other, and we're all forgiving each other. We're all operating in the higher frequencies: kindness, excitement, compassion, forgiveness, and generosity. Those are 5D. Those are 5D frequencies. So yeah. So forgiveness is key. And that's it. So does anybody have any questions? Yeah, the soul contract. Got to understand that one. It's really big, because a lot of people don't want to admit that, because the wound was very strong and they're angry and they haven't had anybody take them through or show them the process of clearing that. So when I journey with people, it's not all about just your vibration. The first part of the journey, the waking up in the dream journey, is inner healing, and complete inner healing. And it happens very quickly, because you're either willing to do it or you're not. And if you're not willing to do it, then just know that you're choosing that nothing's ever going to change, and you're going to keep attracting and magnetizing the same lack, drama, and people in life and relationships, and the same challenges, because you are unwilling to forgive and understand on a little deeper level. That's just an ego that's being too stubborn. And when you finally get ready to shift, if you do, then you'll shift everything. If not, you'll probably come back in another lifetime and you'll have to go through this whole entire thing again. We are living in one of the greatest times ever right now. Every single thing is here. The internet has shifted everything. There are digital warriors out there. People have woken up. How do you think this happened? They tried to use the internet against us, but we flipped everything. We completely flipped it. And so this is one of the greatest times this is the greatest time in recorded history, without a doubt. And so this is really, really, really key. So if anybody else has any questions, I really invite you to ask them, because you may help somebody. There are people sitting back right now listening to this, and that will listen to the replays, that this may be new to them, and they don't feel confident asking questions because they feel silly or stupid or not good enough. Or I was running all those programs, they were intense. I was so judged and going to hell so many times in Catholic school. It was like, oh man, I'm screwed. And even when I was in second grade, I knew there was something wrong with their program and their energy, but I didn't know the first thing about conscious awareness. I didn't know anything about it. But my higher self, my intuition told me. So it's built in. So how much are you listening to your intuition versus running those programs? Because the programs want to run because they get triggered. But you've got to be able to see that, take a breath and stop and go, I just got triggered. I just had a judgment. There's a gift here. And in the book, I get people to catch every judgment, every trigger, and ask the question, stop and take a breath and go, what is the gift here? I know there's a gift here because I just got triggered. So that means it's about me. It's about frequencies I'm holding, and I get to go in and dismantle and clear them. When you take the responsibility to do this, every single thing in your life and relationships will shift, and you will start magnetizing and attracting incredible things into your vibrating hologram. It's the law. Cool. So let's see, can I buy your book on audio? I don't currently have it finished on audio, Linda. Thank you for asking. It's not ready yet. It's getting there, but I wouldn't let that stop you, because the information is life-changing and the process is life-changing. It's step by step by step. There's nothing left out. There's no filler. It's not a thick book. There's not a bunch of story. It's here's how you do it. This is how you do it. And this is what you do every day. And if you do it, it'll dismantle decades and decades and decades of programming and wounding and a belief system in the shortest amount of time. But thank you for asking. Okay, here's another great question. What if there's multiple underlying problems? Childhood trauma. I'm very judgmental. You have the book and the digital course right now. You have every single tool to go in and dismantle those judgments. And I just told you how to do it again. And I do it on almost every single live. And my whole entire YouTube channel is free, and it tells you how to do it over and over and over. Catch every judgment. Have you gone out and got your clicker yet? Are you tracking and are you filling out the daily tracking sheet every single night before you go to bed? If you're not doing that, then you're running a program. You're sabotaging yourself. So, yeah, the book tells you how to do this, brother. And you stepped up and you purchased it. So just go through the process. Just go through the process. It works. So thank you for asking that question, because I know there's other people out there that want to know that. Need the book on audio. Okay, well, I'm half blind. Okay, I understand. Okay, well, I'm playing with getting it out there as soon as I can. And I will keep you posted on that. Okay, so here's a strong one. I haven't dealt with my father's death. Okay, why not? Well, and I'm not saying that in a cold way, like I'm judging you. It's just time. You know, all the tools are here. I've shared what I did around my father's death. It was a soul contract. And here's what people do. They've been taught to go to a funeral and cry and be pissed off at God. Oh, God. Okay, there's some pain. That's cool. But why not celebrate all the wonderful, incredible things that person brought into your life? Mainly, i.e., that person, in this case, your dad, had a soul contract and he gave you life. He brought you into this dream. I would be celebrating that. Now, your father may have been abusive. I had 2 stepfathers that were abusive. I got beat with a huge frickin' paddle many times. I got locked in my room in solitary confinement for months on end. But that was part of my soul contract. So what did it teach me? What is this teaching you, Anthony? It's teaching you compassion, forgiveness. Obviously, there's some emotion for you to release. The book and those video PowerPoint trainings that you just got will show you how to do it. But you got to really be hungry to dive into it. You can't just say you want to do it and not do it. It's so freaking easy when you just commit to doing it. It really is. It's not difficult. I'm telling you. I guide people through it one-on-one almost every day of the week. And so I invite you to really, really dive into the book, fill out the daily tracking sheet every day, and watch those PowerPoint trainings over and over and over until they become your new operating system. They work. And for anybody that's wondering, the PowerPoint trainings, they're audio. It's me guiding you through it. It's video, and it's images on the screen. And that's available on my website. It's on sale right now for $97. It's like an evening out or a dinner for 2. It'll change your life. And so if you're interested, you can go to Portal to Awakening. And yeah. So great questions. I appreciate them. And it really helps because, I'm talking to myself here. And I'm talking to myself because I'm reminding myself to never, ever forget these tools. So we've been going an hour. I greatly appreciate everybody that's on here and that stayed on here. Looks like I have one more comment. Let's see what it is. Hey, Daryl, great to see you. If anybody has a question right now, please ask it. You know, I want to let people know right now that this is what I do every month with 5 people. I go on a 30+ day journey, one-on-one. I personally guide people through the healing process, the dismantling of the belief system. We can create a new game plan for stepping fully into one's soul purpose. We'll map out what you want to do, how to get you out of your current job or your current situation or your current relationship. We'll map it out step by step. But the number one thing you will learn is you will learn how to consciously create your reality, and you will never go back to running programs again. You might slip back into a judgment or something, but you will learn to feel the frequency of the difference between a judgment, a trigger, a wound, and you will just no longer tolerate that anymore. And you will learn to identify the frequency of them so quickly, because I will be mirroring you almost every single day. We'll be doing a call each week that'll be recorded. It'll be minimum 90 minutes long. You get to come back and watch it so you can watch how you tell your story. It's very interesting to come back and watch ourselves, especially when we're going through the dismantling and healing process. Very revealing. So you'll get to watch back the trainings. And then I will be in contact with you through Messenger, sending you voice messages every single day. And I will mirror you. I will guide you. I will pull you forward. I can see the programs. I know if you're avoiding something. And so I don't know of anything else that's more powerful that will get one to step in to consciously creating their reality, complete inner healing. I mean, complete. And really just becoming an unlimited conscious creator. And again, I'm going to invite people to write down the word unlimited. If you can right now, write it down and play with it. You can go, oh, I'll remember it later. No, that's the ego going, nope, I'm not going to go deep into that. I'm going to continue to run my programs, because the ego doesn't want to give up its power until you dismantle it and you get it to become your ally. The ego is living in fear most of the time until you go through this process. So for anybody that's interested in this, the link is below, portal2awakening.com/transform. There's a short questionnaire to fill out. And then we can get on a short call. You can ask me any questions. And it's not a sales call. If you're not 100% committed and you're excited to do it, I don't want to journey with you because you're not ready, and it's gonna drag my energy. So this is for 5 people that want to step in to 2021 and completely shift the way they manifest and create everything. And the people that go through this journey, it's 100% success rate, 100%, because it changes the way you see everything. And once you see a program, it loses its power. But you can't dismantle an underlying subconscious belief or program until we can see it. So this stuff is just, to me, it's the most powerful thing on the planet. And I'm really, really honored. I take this. Anybody that puts their trust in me, you get 1,000% of me guiding you through this and holding sacred space. And, people become lifelong friends. This is a family. So if that resonates with you, follow the link. Check it out. Again, the book and the digital course is also on sale right now. And this is the stuff. I mean, this is what we should have been taught. So again, and if anybody, would like to donate to my PayPal, if you've really received some value from this, I do these every Monday and Wednesday on my own time. here. And so, I'm paying for the software and the stuff and all this. And, if you feel like you want to contribute or donate, then it's always appreciated. So, and also here's a link to join our mailing list. I don't slam people with emails, but I do send out some very valuable videos and some updates on upcoming, webinars and things like that. And I send out things that are valuable, And so if you want to go to the website, and it'll pop up so you can just enter your email in. I won't spam you. I won't give it away to anybody. So anybody has any other questions? Okay, so here's Linda. Linda says, I need to do a lot of forgiveness, but fear always stops me. Okay, so let's look at this. Who do you need to forgive? Write it down on a piece of paper, including yourself. Now, why would fear stop you from freeing yourself? As long as you do not forgive, you will never be free. Forgiving can be done in 10 minutes. Yeah, you might still have memory pop up. And so if it pops up, you'll know if you've forgiven them, because when it pops up, you'll go, oh, thank you for playing your role as part of my soul contract. Because I might have been the one that did the same thing to you in another lifetime. We might have all been murderers, rapists, or thieves. We don't know. I don't remember that stuff. But what I do know is I don't want to hold any frequencies that are going to magnetize in anything like that. I don't want to hold any frequencies other than excitement, love, generosity, kindness, forgiveness, and compassion, period. Because if not, I'm attracting more of that. So I invite you, Linda, and I appreciate you for asking this question, because it shows that you're ready. You're ready. So let's do it. So right now you could close your eyes and you could go, who do I need to forgive? And if there's some tears around it, then let them out. If there's some anger around it, then one of the things I have people do that I journey with is they kneel down in front of their bed, they stack a couple pillows, and they use their forearms to pound out any anger or rage or anything. You got to get it out. If you don't get it out, it's affecting your health. It's affecting every single cell in your body. And most people, they end up getting ill health or dis-ease because they're still holding a wound, a trauma, or a lack of forgiveness. So play with that. And I've got videos on my YouTube channel that guide you through the process. But I just kind of gave you the mini thing of how to do it. And, if you want to go on a deep journey, consider grabbing one of the 5 spots going into the new year. And so thank you for asking that. I greatly appreciate it. Okay, if nobody else has a question, let's do one more thing. We're going to affect the quantum field before we go. We're going to rock it. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little mini amplification, and I'm going to play a little bit of this Native American flute that I got from New Mexico. Well, it's 10:10. How wonderfully perfect. So we're going to launch in at 10:11. And so here's the invitation. So what we're going to do is we're going to close our eyes and we're going to smile, and we're going to take some deep breaths. And we're going to give every one of our cells so much love and gratitude for unconditionally loving on us in every single second since we've been in the womb. Do you realize how magnificent that is? We are receiving unconditional love. I mean, unconditional. We don't even have to think about it. Right now, our blood is being purified. Our heart is beating without us even thinking about it. All this information that we're processing right now, trillions of cells are firing off in our mind. That's unconditional love. So we're going to give love to every single cell in our body, and then we're going to amplify it, and we're going to send it out to everybody on the planet and beyond, because the planet's just one tiny little thing back there. So there's galactic friends, there's ascended masters. Maybe there are, maybe there aren't. But let's know that there's way more going on than just us. So let's do it. Let's love on every single cell, and then let's send that out to every single being out there and feel your vibration go up. And don't forget to put the smile on top of it. All right, here we go. All right, take a deep breath and just smile and love on those cells. Ramp it up. Feel every single cell in your body that's been loving on you. Love on it. See everybody being positively affected by your thoughts and your vibration right now. We are in the most exciting time in recorded history right now. 22 amazing people at 112. It's 10:13. I'm sending you guys so much love. If anybody's interested in grabbing one of those 5 spots, go to the link below that's scrolling by. Send me a message, and I promise you, it'll change your entire life. Oh, let me check the comments real quick. I got 4 comments. Okay, thank you, everybody. Thanks, Asta. Thanks, Linda. Thanks, Elizabeth. And yeah, I'll be back here every Monday and Wednesday in the US, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. I want one of those flutes. Yeah, it's awesome. And I just learned to play it. I mean, I'm a musician. I've been recording for years, but when I first got it, it seemed like the holes were pretty big. So I was kind of sucking. But I could teach you how to do it. And you're probably better at it than I am. But yeah, it's amazing. And it smells amazing. It's a cedar wood. So you can go to bigbearflutes.com. It's in New Mexico. bigbearflutes.com, all one word. And yeah, he's got all kinds of different flutes. They're amazing. Yeah, my whole room smells. Smell that. Can you smell it? From here to Thailand. Yeah. Thank you, Elizabeth, for the kind words. I appreciate you. Yeah. So I'll tell you what, people. I'll leave you with this. We came here for this. We are in the most exciting time in recorded history. Everything's being exposed. There's nothing to fear. It's going to get so freaking good. And yeah, a lot of people are going to get shocked into waking up because they've been watching the television and they're automatic reactors because their belief system was hijacked and they don't see the program. They're running the fear reactor program. So they're going to need a lot of people like us to hold their hand and go, it's okay. We've been waiting for you. I know it's a shock, but it's okay. Be kind to everybody. Don't judge them. They're going to feel really silly, a lot of them, for hating on the one person that's trying to save them. Well, there's a lot of people in the military, and we've got galactic help, whether you believe in that or not. But yeah, the one person everybody's hating in the media is stepped into a position to be in a leadership role. And whether you like this person or not, see it for what it is, because this is changing everything, and every country is watching the US. And watch what happens. The more that gets exposed here in the next couple of weeks, it's going to positively affect the rest of the world. So be kind to yourselves. Thanks to everybody that shares these. If you think anybody would benefit from listening to this, and I don't know who wouldn't, I don't say that with an ego. I mean, these are the tools. They really change people's lives. Or if you want to get somebody a really incredible gift that's having a tough time, go gift them the book or gift them the digital course, or get the digital course and you both can go through it. I don't care if you share it, you know, it helps me a little bit, you know, it puts a little bit of funding in to keep me going with this stuff. And, you know, it changes people's lives. This is it. There is conscious awareness is the only game in town. There is nothing else. There is nothing else. It's waking up to realizing that we've been frickin' programmed. And these other systems of control, the fake money system, the IRS, they're done. They're going down. Religion, it's going down. The school programming, it's going down. The medical system of all 100% toxic chemicals, it's going down. Get excited, stay excited, and do what you can in your own little field, whatever city you're in, whatever country you're in, to uplift and inspire other people, and watch the magic start to be magnetized to you. Because guess what? It's not magic. It's the law of frequency and vibration. So I intend that this has inspired you. I love doing this because I know it works. And I know that a couple people got some downloads today. And so this is why I do it. And so thank you for all the kind words. Hey, Barb, great to see you. Yep. Loving on all of you. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you for all the kind words. I mean, I never planned on doing this. I was a recording engineer living in my studio. I had all my programs and wounds and issues, and I just found somebody before I decided to kill myself. And the reason why I didn't commit suicide, the only reason, is because I didn't want to hurt the people that love me. Otherwise, I would have checked out a long time ago. Thank God I didn't, because man, things are getting really, really good. So many blessings to everybody. Have an incredible day, evening. I'm going to blast a little more flute because I love this thing. So if you're still on, you get another opportunity to love on every single cell of your body right now and send it out to the planet, and know that it's affecting every single person, animal, plant, the vibration of your food, your health, everything. Let's do it. God bless all of you. What a great time. Yeah. Team Light. Hey, Bo. Great to see you. If you're just catching this, I invite you to go back. 17 people on there right now, of course. Q in the house. Thank you, everybody. Much love. And yeah, just keep the vibration high, going and clear and heal anything that needs to be healed, and watch the magic happen. Sending you so much love and gratitude until next time. And be good to yourselves. Love the flute. Love you. Thanks, Tavia. Talk to you soon. All right.